Good afternoon, my name is Pascal Klein. I'm not French, as it seems, I'm German, but we are a European company. That's to say, one of my partners is French and I'm German. Let's see if I know how this works. Yeah, okay. The presentation is like all of them. That's to say, I followed the structure that was given by the Ecosummit website. Here you have a picture of our plant, which you have already seen in the presentation of Autodesk just before, because we are supported by them with the software. We were founded in 2007. We were just 3 young people. As you can see, I'm just 24. My co-founder is also 24. We met someone called Klaus-Peter Schulz, a 68-year-old inventor who worked 40 years on the process. And he was just looking for someone who can help him, because he's a really technical man and he knows nothing about commerce. That's why we create 3 locations. It came by the years: Luxembourg, France, and Germany, which is quite good if you're a European company to show that you're present in different countries and that you use advantages from different countries. Actual funding, we have 3 million. That's mainly our pilot plant. That has cost around 2 million euros, and that is running now for 2 years. And the main revenue we have actually is 20,000 euros approximately per month. That's just consulting, because we're working for many big tire, rubber companies to bring them solutions. Actually, we invested by OSEO, which is something like the KfW in Germany. The European Union, we got last week a call back that we accepted for SIP ECO Innovations. Autodesk, the region Alsace, and we have some industrial partners. That's to say, these partners are the companies who really build a plant. We are just the brain of it. We develop it, we bring it further, we make the end product and the plants, and those companies build it for us. Customers, we have many, but due to non-disclosure agreements, we're not allowed to speak about all of them. Situation in the market, it's quite easy actually. You have many rubber and tire and plastic wastes, and the trend is going to the producer responsibility. That's to say, those who produce the products have to take care about what happens afterwards. That's why we work directly with the tire manufacturers, with the rubber manufacturers, to find solutions for them to what do with their waste, because they have to pay for it. And as you see, some wet parts and some blue parts. And the wet parts, you get taxes from the state, and on the blue parts, it's market system. Who pays more gets more of the waste. What's done actually with rubber waste, mainly most of it goes to landfill. It's burned or just cut, shredded. There you get out the metal and the textile, and the rubber, the granulates, is mainly used for grounds or isolation, but the market is quite small for that. As you can see, more than half of it is not used correctly. The part which is burned is just burned to create a bit of energy. And half of the granulated part, the 30%, is also burned, because it's just granulated to extract the steel. That's quite expensive. Okay, it works. Okay, just some figures to see how much waste we have. Over 3 million tons each year of new used tires, and new plastic waste over 8 million. We found out that the most of the production plants have production waste between 2,000 and 7,000 tons per year, and that they pay a lot of money actually to get rid of their waste. They pay till 200 euros for getting rid of 1 ton. So they are looking for solutions that not they pay just to get rid of it, they get something back they can use in their production, and that's where we started. Our plant size, we're actually building recycled 5,000 tons per year. That's the ideal size for each production plant to just put just beside. Yeah, that's all for that. What we produce is we put the rubber inside, and we take out 30% of oil, 38% of carbon black, and 12% of gas. The oil is like oil from the ground, like petroleum oil. It's the oil that was put in the rubber and plastic products when it were produced. And we were able to refine it to a point. It's not diesel, it's not diesel to put immediately in a car. It's a product that the industry uses again to produce new rubber and new tires. The carbon black is composed of 90% pure carbon that can be used for almost everything. That's to say filters, carbon, active filters, and all that stuff. and the 12% gas is used for the energy production of the plant because it works auto-sufficiently. So the problem is that most rubber waste can be used for anything else because they are vulcanized, and once they are vulcanized, you can't use them anymore. And that's what we do, we depolymerize it again. And that without creating CO2 and energy efficient, because the 12% of gas we produce is enough to create the electric energy to keep the process running. So we don't need any external energy. So as said, we recycle 100% of the product. The steel and the textile is taken out immediately during a cutting process, and then the rubber that's left, which has no real market value or just a little market value, goes into our machine. We get LOEs from many companies already, from 150 to 400 euros per ton, and we are the only one able to do that, this kind of processes, by creating immediately products for the industry. We have 40 years of experience, not myself, I'm just 24, it's impossible if you calculate back. Our inventor is 68 years old. He's our technical director today. He worked mainly on the energy efficiency and on our patents. We have 2 patents now. One was declared in 2010, one just 2 months ago, and we are working on a third one with the Leibniz Institute of New Materials in Saarbrücken to keep the maintenance of the machine as low as possible. You have a picture of the actual pylon plant and a graphic. The wet part of it is our secret. The left part is like a refinery to create the oil that we want to, and the blue part on the bottom is it's where the carbon black comes out. It is tried between the 70s to do something like we do, but mainly with old processes. You have turning ovens and flash pyrolysis, it's called. This works quite well for biomass or for wood or things like that. But it were all variations of all existing technologies, and Mr. Schulz started from the scratch and created something new with very good energy efficiency and usable end products, as said. The only competition we have is burning and shredding nowadays. Here's the team. Mr. Schulz, you can see now how he can have 40 years of experience. We have now Dr. Ann-Katrina Thuisen since 2 months. She's helping Mr. Schulz. She has a degree from Bayreuth in chemical processes. And Mr. Dossmann and myself will take care about the business and to get money so that the technical team can work. What we have actually, we have a pilot plant which recycles 1 ton per day. We have EU funding, French funding, 3 business partners, and we're actually planning the industrial plant. We have done 40% of the planning actually. We have 3 scenarios. One is to own ourselves 2 to 3 plants and to sell key turn plants, to sell just plants, and to just operate company-owned plants. You have some figures here. The first part of the investment is already done. We acquired 2 million euros, almost 1 million from the European Union, almost 500,000 from France, and private funds 500,000. The value of our partnership is 3 million because our partners built our first 5-ton plants per year for free. In the counterpart, they get exclusive rights for build the other companies we're building in the future. First step, we need 2 more million to finish the building of the first industrial plant. And second step, 30 million, is to increase the capacity of the first plant and to create an international sales structure, but this will only be in 2 to 3 years. That's a picture of what could be our industrial plan and how it will look like. And that's it.
Is it simulated on AutoCAD?
Sure, okay. Of course. What a
Thank
question.
you. Thank you for this presentation.
Yep.
Some questions in the room. Some millions maybe for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, difficult question. There is a vast debate in the waste cleantech sector about the possibility to have some sectorial specialists like you, or if you need to be regional or local, because some people said that some sectorial startup will die under the cost because getting the logistics to get all the waste will be too heavy, and that now the only living company are regional company that have a global logistics to take all the waste in a defined area, but not something that has to go everywhere in the country. Do you have any elements about that?
I'm not sure if I understood the question completely. you want to ask me if it's better to recycle regionally the waste we get or to put plants everywhere? That's the question?
If it's better to collect all the waste on a certain area
Yeah.
and then to sort them and treat them, or if it's possible to sort just one kind of waste and to get them from everywhere.
Yeah. The problem with tires and rubber is that it's quite big. Tire is almost just air, it's just a circle. It's quite hard to transport it. The logistics are very huge. That's why our idea is to take the waste where it is produced. That's just beside the company. They have, as I said, between 2,000 and 7,000 tons of just production waste. So they can immediately treat it beside their company, take out the carbon and the fuel, and reinsert it in the production process. That works for 3 processes now. And maybe for some waste it will work. Yeah, on some markets, like in France, they have an organized structure called Aliapur, where they where they collect all the tires all around the country and bring them to different recycling companies.
Thank you very much, Pascal. Round of applause.